So there's a disturbing video circulating online of a man who tied his 6 years old stepson to a quad bike and dragged him on the ground. Now, from the video, the man was stopped by some people who lived around where the incident had happened. And they were questioning him because they didn't understand why he was dragging the child.
Then I call on
Debe na wayo.
Any friend say. Bano. Ako suri wo.
No muji.
Ama.
Kiri baru muji frere.
Ko dali swimming pool bi fi. Minim be. Me da wana me yere be bo na. Atwa so be miensa asemai. Owo bi fi. No akofit amade. No dia. Na me catch it say. Adi a wo ye. Be kwa akofa problem. Adi aba. Enti last
Like that. So when they stopped him, they took the child from him and they saw that he had so many injuries, right? And then they were asking the man, Papa, why then? What has the child done? And the man was saying that the child had apparently broken into someone's apartment, someone's residence, to go and swim. And apparently, according to the man, this is not the first time the boy has done something like this. There have been situations where he has gone to steal people's metal, the normal metal, to go and sell. He'll sell it to scrubs and all of that. And as I listen to his explanation and all that, and I'm asking myself, is that the best course of action? I mean, he's a child. This is a 6-year-old boy. He's 6. What does he know? He's still developing. If he's doing all of these things that you are saying, it is somebody that he has seen do it. And maybe someone older, or maybe the mates he's playing with that he has seen do this thing that he thinks it is okay. So if you've spoken to him and he's not listening, there are other courses, like there are other ways to handle it. You tying your stepchild who is 6 years old to a quad bike and then driving, and then you the person crown. You identify as a disabled person, and then you tie this boy to a quad bike and pull him just because of something like this. It is serious. And then I find myself asking, where is the child's mother? Where is the mother? Because he said that the mother is the one who came to tell him, say, and then the best course of action is to tie him to a quad bike. Is that how, in this modern 2026, in the many things you can do, to instill fear in a child, this is the best course of action? Now, if you actually were able to watch that video full, you will see that the child has so many scars. I'm imagining the pain. And you think, if the child heals, you think he will not go and do it. If he wants to still go and do it, he will still go and do it. Because when you say, why you tie him to a bike and drag him. It's really disturbing how far parents will go, like what parents justify as this thing, because this is just ridiculous. And things like this can only happen in Africa, because outside you dare not do something like this. Brings the question now, people are even asking, if the child was biologically yours, would you do this? Would you tie your own child like this? Akola 6 years. Who exactly is the child? Who has the child seen do this thing? Who does the child play with? Who does the child talk? These are things that you should check. If a child that does something, you told the child, don't do this, and yet it's bringing trouble, people are complaining, and the child keeps doing it, you leave the child and start checking the environment. You start checking the people the child plays with, the people the child talks to. These are things you should check even before doing anything. And if you feel like, okay, you don't want to go there, there are other ways. What happens to caning a child? Police station, or do police station. Catch and say, say, like there are other ways to shaking a child. Tying a child and pulling him like this is insane. And it took their help. It took people, it took concerned people who live around to now actually stop him and ask questions before all of this issue was resolved, before that boy was pulled out. Now, so no, the mother too. I don't know if, as of now, I'm not sure if the Ghana police has been involved. But if the police have been involved, they should also question the mother, because how do you carry a child for 9 months, and then you are married to somebody as the child? No matter what the child does, you watch somebody tie your child to a quad bike and then pull your child like this. And with the scars that this child has, they're pulling, it didn't start 2 minutes, 3 minutes. So he's been dragging this child on the ground for a very long time. And then when children grow up and they get to a certain stage, they don't want to talk to their parents, they don't want to reach out to their parents. People question them. People are always very quick to talk about, oh, but he's your father, but he's your... It is things like this. Because years to come, this child is always going to remember this. That is if these scars are even going to heal properly. That is if they don't leave lasting marks on this boy's body. Akola 6 years, dear, anka dear no nim. Dear no nim, akola 6 years, ubisano, what do you want to be? Doctor, 8 years, footballer. Like, they are now different. What does he know? Honestly speaking, yeah, I feel like we as a people, and they need to sit all of us down and then teach us again. They need to really teach us again, because gone are the days where things like this, when you do things like this, it was okay. Even now, there are schools majorly. If you cane a child, if you take a cane as a teacher and cane a child in school, you can be sued. You can be arrested, because some schools don't allow you cane their children. And then you think a child does something like this, or people have been complaining, all of that. If you feel like it's something you can't handle, akolaboni school, take the child to a police station, shaking the child. Your best decision to a child that is your stepchild. And I'm even wondering, akola 6 years, then akola 6 years here with stepchild. That means it's like a fresh thing. 6 years old child. Or your wuba anka ubeye ni say. Or your wuba anka ubeye ni say. No, it's just very concerning. So with stories like this, we are always going to have people sharing their different thoughts and all that. So some comments on the video, someone said, at Ghana Police Service, at John Mahama, at Sam George, and this man is not beyond prison. How can he be so wicked to this little kid? My point exactly. Like, it feels like it goes beyond that. Someone also said, God knows why he made this man disabled and fully able, dear. Problem. It's true. He identifies as disabled. So the man himself, he is disabled. Disabled pona we say, and then we are food the anka. Someone also said, the people they born me safe, so no one no fee beats that useless man. I mean, of what help would that be? Beating him? Of what help? They, from the video, you can see that they dragged the child away from him and they were trying to help the child. I mean, the man, you understand? And then even the story he was given that, oh, the child was selling people's metals, stealing metals from people. The child went to, who has come to verify that the story is true? The people that he said they've complained, they should come out and come and say, oh, truly, the child, he did this and this and this. Or we are just going to say, okay, Papa Nisi say and one no kreno. No, because you have to give us facts. Why for you to do something like that means you have proof, you have evidence. For you to go this far, you have proof, you have concrete evidence, you have everything complete to say, oh, akolawe dear, this one there, it's astra. Because breaking into someone's apartment to assess their pool there and kind of 6 years. 6 years. And this is what you do to the child. And I genuinely feel like it is God that's even made people around there intervene, because I can only imagine how long he was willing to go dragging this child. And like I said, these are problems that we face. These are things that they need to talk to parents, guardians, stepfather, stepmom, masa. They need to talk to everybody, Sam. Because I can only imagine other people who are suffering from things like this. I can only imagine what this child suffers at home. Because if you are willing to tie him like this and take him round in public like that, in secret, the things you do, they're worse. And I mean, this is the Ghana we live in. This is the Africa we live in. It's very, very sad. And I really hope that the right authorities take action, because things like this, they can't keep happening. They should not be happening. And that's all we have for you today on this. If there's any updates we'll bring to you guys, do not forget to like, share, subscribe. Let us know your thoughts. Let us know what you're thinking. Let us know if you think this is okay or it's not, or parents like this, they should be jailed. Let us know what you're thinking. I am Mimi, and this has been What They Go On at the Yo Charlie Studios. Catch you on the next one.